2 orders of nachos with beef and beans, 2 beers. Chattanooga loves its Amigos restaurants, but the Amigos in Hickson has something extra. NASCAR, every race. How about a house wine? Really good. Big name beers, just tell Maria what you want. And here at Amigos, margaritas are popular, and it's only $3 all day. If you come here on a race day, Sunday, a Natty Light is only $2.25. Here at Amigos, just during NASCAR, Natty Light, $2.25. Amigos Mexican Restaurant in Hickson. The happy hour is 3 to 9 today and every day. I'd say the atmosphere is festive. Look at that huge TV. It's like being amid the fans under a bright sun, but no gasoline fumes, no heat. Stay cool. Quench your thirst. Amigos between Staples and Hobby Lobby. Take the next table to mine. Enjoy the NASCAR race with friend or family here at the Cantina at Amigos Mexican Restaurant. Okay, it started.
Drivers, start your engines.
Cash, 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 and more cash. Rick Davis has the cash and diamonds. 1 point to 10 carat. Buy, sell, and trade. Clusters, solitaires, 3 stones. An all-new holiday special. 70% off. You'll save thousands. Free layaway, free sizing, free insurance. Rick Davis has the cash and diamonds. Don't wait. Lay away today and save. It's perfect for holidays or weddings. 70% off the perfect designer diamond. Cash, 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 and more cash. And now clusters, solitaires, and 3 stones. Rick Davis has the cash and diamonds. Rick Davis Gold and Diamonds. 5301 Brainerd Road. You know where it is.
Yep, you get to hit me with your best shot today. This is your chance to call in and give us a 1-2 punch. If you don't like any of our tweets, any of our YouTube outrages, anything that we've done on Facebook, this is your chance to talk back to us. The number is 423-800-8949. 423-800-8949. You need to go over our Facebook posts, check out our YouTube videos, and also, more than anything, look at the almost 7,000 tweets that I've done over the past, it'll be 3 years come November. Nearly 7,000 tweets. Now, as you know, we carry award-winning CBS Radio News. They won the Merrill Award again, I think, 4th year in a row. Great radio newscasters at CBS Radio News. And they reported how in Florida, a federal judge once again is rejecting the idea that Planned Parenthood's unborn baby murdering money would be diverted. And I don't really want to get on the aborticide issue today of killing unborn children, even though you'll see a lot of posts from me on Twitter and Facebook regarding that. But to solve this issue is not that difficult. If people claim that Roe versus Wade is what gives the government the authority to allow the killing of children, even right up until they're born, then all we have to do is add 2 words to the 14th Amendment of the Constitution, and that is unborn. Or unborn. Or unborn. That's all we have to do. 2 words. Or unborn. I'll put my phone down for a second. I'm shooting live video here on Facebook, and I lost the contact. So since I did that, I normally wouldn't put glasses on if I was being videoed, but I'm going to do that.
You're so vain. I bet you think this song is about you. You're so vain.
14th Amendment. All persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the United States and the state wherein they reside. No state shall make or enforce any law which shall abridge the privileges or immunities of the citizens of the United States. Nor shall any state deprive any person of life, liberty, or property without due process of law nor deny to any person within its jurisdiction the equal protection of the laws. That's the 14th Amendment. And the feds typically use that amendment to impose their will on the states regarding a multitude of issues, let's say, in race relations, in housing, so on and so forth. And as Hillary once said, unborn children are not people. They have no rights under the Constitution. Well, we can change that with 2 words: all persons born or unborn. Or unborn. Simple solution. I believe both sides aren't doing it because, secretly, I even think Republicans love abortion. Secretly, I think they do because they're all lawyers. Can't they figure this out? Hey, why am I the only person that's figured this out? Am I that much smarter than all the lawyers and the judges? I don't think so. Either they really want to kill unborn babies to the tune of about 800,000 to 1 million a year, or I'm smarter than the rest of them in saying add 2 words to the 14th Amendment. And then we'll smoke them out. Then we'll really know who's for saving unborn children by adding those 2 words, or unborn. Because once those words are added to the 14th Amendment, Roe versus Wade will have to be revisited at the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court will have to rule that killing unborn children is unconstitutional based on the unborn having rights enumerated specifically in our Constitution. Can't get more simple than that. But I think in many cases what they want to do is they want to keep passing statutes knowing they're going to be struck down. Oh, I tried. Vote for me. I'm a Republican. I tried. These Democrats are killing unborn babies. I tried. Vote for me. Well, no, you didn't try. It needs to be in the 14th Amendment. Then it will stop. If you look at some of our Twitter posts, they're a little more, I guess you can call it raw, than our Facebook posts. Matter of fact, David Tulis posted one regarding schooling and the government institutions of lower learning. And if you haven't yet read that, please go to our Twitter site at Hot News Talk Radio. This is Best Shot, 423-800-8949. Where else in the world can you pick up your phone, call a radio station, and get your views expressed live worldwide? Now, we know we have tens of thousands of people listening in China. That is our second biggest listening audience. Tens of hundreds of thousands of listeners listening all over these states united. With an opportunity with no screeners. We don't use screeners. I hate screeners. No producers. Don't like producers. Just you and me and the microphone. Where if you don't like a post, and I know you don't like some of my posts because of the response I get when they are posted and the tweets. You can express yourself as you often do by Twitter or by Facebook or by Instagram, or right now by putting your voice on the radio at 423-800-8949. 423-800-8949. You can find us on TuneIn Radio. It's a great app you have to get for your smartphone. If you don't have this app, you are missing out. It's called TuneIn Radio. When you download that, either on your smartphone or your Apple phone, which I guess is a smartphone, your smartphone or your Android, you can listen to Hot News Talk Radio by searching AM 1240 Hot News Talk Radio. Now, if that's an issue, you just type in hotnewstalkradio.com, and then we instantly stream. If you can't find us that way, go to our Facebook page. And on the right top of the screen, you'll see a little icon that looks like you're going to be listening to something, which is us, and you click on that. Now, that is not available for smartphones yet. You can only listen to us on Facebook through your PC or your Apple device, but not on your smartphone yet. I'm sure that'll be coming soon. So there are multiple ways of listening to Hot News Talk Radio and getting the word out, because ultimately what we're trying to do is we're trying to inform you on the facts so you can make the proper decisions in life. Because if you just are fed what the propagandizers feed you, which is most of radio, most of television, almost all of the internet, you're going to be making decisions based on misinformation. And you will be the most informed by listening to this radio station and all the local great programming that we offer. And by the way, we're going to be offering more and more of the programming. Of course, you know, fluoride is going to be gone in Saudi days if it's not gone already. Voted down. David Tulis, one of our fantastic reporters, who will be back on the air with the David Tulis Show soon, 9 to 11. I would say that he was one of the guys that instigated people to vote against fluoride in the water. It's an issue that's been near and dear to my heart for 40 years because research shows that fluoride is poison. And you can go to some of the past Facebook posts and check out those David Tulis videos on the evils of fluoride and how now fluoride is not going to be in Saudi Daisy water, poisoning more people. Now, it's hard to get away from fluoride in your toothpaste. I think there's one brand that doesn't have fluoride in it, and I believe that's called Tom's. But most of the rest do have fluoride in the water. Now, what I'm going to do is shut our little Facebook video down because you're just staring at me there. There's really nothing to look at but my ugly face. So we're gonna shut this down, and you can listen to us on Facebook. Continue to listen to us by going to the right top. See that little icon? Click on that, and we're streaming the audio live. If you want to continue to watch our studio, you can do that on YouTube. Search Hot News Talk Radio. So you want to go to YouTube, search Hot News Talk Radio. You want to go to Twitter, search Hot News Talk Radio. And obviously, we are all over the internet. We are all over social media with this show called Best Shot, which is normally hosted by our news director who's on vacation, Russell Stroud, between 11 and 12, giving you the opportunity to talk about anything that happens to be on your mind. And, of course, now we're at nauseam hearing about Hillary and Trump. I think everyone has their mind made up by now. Probably, and I would say this is going to be one of the biggest elections of non-Republicans and Democrats. I'd say, I bet you 7 to 10% goes to independents in this election because people are saying, I can't vote for either one. However, if you do that, you are throwing your vote away. You're giving your vote to Hillary Clinton, who is going to nominate liberal Supreme Court justices who are going to continue on the path of totalitarianism. And if that's what you want, then, go ahead. Vote for the totalitarian. And then we heard on the newscast, if she gets elected, we're not going to take money anymore from foreign interests for the Clinton Foundation. It is one big slush fund. If you or I were doing that, they wouldn't throw us in jail. They would bury us under the jail. Trust me. 800-423. 423-800-8949. 423-800-8949. When we come back, we've got lots of posts to talk about from Twitter and Facebook. And if your point of view needs to be heard, 423-800-8949. This is Best Shot at AM 1240 Hot News Talk Radio.
We're at the Cantina at Amigos Mexican Restaurant. Yes, sir. 2 orders of nachos with beef and beans, 2 beers. Chattanooga loves its Amigos restaurants, but the Amigos in Hickson has something extra. NASCAR, every race. How about a house wine? Really good. Big name beers, just tell Maria what you want. And here at Amigos, margaritas are popular, and it's only $3 all day. If you come here on a race day, Sunday, a Natty Light is only $2.25. Here at Amigos, just during NASCAR, Natty Light, $2.25. Amigos Mexican Restaurant in Hickson. The happy hour is 3 to 9 today and every day. I'd say the atmosphere is festive. Look at that huge TV. It's like being amid the fans under a bright sun, but no gasoline fumes, no heat. Stay cool. Quench your thirst. Amigos between Staples and Hobby Lobby. Take the next table to mine. Enjoy the NASCAR race with friend or family here at the Cantina at Amigos Mexican Restaurant. Okay, it's started.
Drivers, start your engines.
With every election, the government always gets in. You're right to be angry. We have no free market, red tape everywhere, taxes crushing, There's no level playing field. Tomorrow may be a day of reckoning, but there is something you can do. It's personal safety, personal security, shooter supply and indoor range. Find the handgun or long gun suitable to you. Take a concealed carry permit class. Use Shooter's roomy indoor private shooting range. Get expert personal advice. Shooter Supply fights boldly against big boxes. It helps people understand firearms. A free republic has become a despotism. Let them choke on their swag. For us, we invest in personal safety. In the Second Amendment, fight back, shop local. The country is in a desperate situation, but you don't have to be. Shooter Supply, love your neighbor, buy local. 875-4868, 875-4868. Shooters-range.com. Shop shooters-range.com. Think about the future. What about your kids?
Rubber's tough, but foam rubber is soft. Foam rubber is the star at Stuff It Upholstery, which uses it to revive your couch, your embarrassing easy chair, your boat seat cushions. Stuff It Foam Rubber in Hickson covers Chattanooga and surrounding areas. Don't throw out that favorite easy chair that's grown haggard and barbaric. New life for your seat cushions. Premium auto-grade rubber foam for your restaurant, church, or business. Stuff It Upholstery brings comfort and relief. Go ahead, skid away from flat, dull, and droopy cushions. Relax, restore, revive. When comfort matters, Stuff It. 4608 Hickson Pike, 877-1616. Ask for Larry. That's 877-1616.
Here comes Dale Earnhardt Jr. He's got third. He's going for second. Earnhardt going for the lead.
The NASCAR Sprint Cup Series is on the Motor Racing Network.
Fox News Talk 1240.
Hear it live on the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
Check it out live on Chattanooga's official NASCAR radio station.
Fox News Talk 1240.
We are back with Best Shot at AM 1240 Hot News Talk Radio. HotNewsTalkRadio.com. You can check us out live on Facebook 24/7. We are streaming live on YouTube. Look up Hot News Talk Radio. Best Shot gives you a chance to give us your best shot. I know many people are shy regarding calling radio stations, thinking that the host is going to scream and yell at them. Well, I don't promise not to do that, but I think I may be able to restrain myself today. We'll see. We talk about on Fridays what we have posted throughout the last week, either on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, or even some of our YouTube videos that everyone's posted. David Tulis, Russell, myself, Keon, and our other fine staff here at AM 1240 Hot News Talk Radio, and the rest, as they would say on Gilligan's Island. And if you remember the very first season of Gilligan's Island, it was, let's sit back and hear of a tale. Gilligan, the skipper too, and the rest. See, the professor and Mary Ann weren't named until season 2. So we don't name the other names of the people here until they show us that they can prove to have their names on the air by doing such a fantastic job. And they're technically then beyond our Gilligan's Island. I'm going to read a David Tulis post in a couple of minutes. Here's one of the posts I did on Facebook. If you disagree, that's why the lines are open. That's what's great about our constitutional republic, the free exchange of ideas. I wrote, as you read this article, you understand how Seth Borstein of AP has been duped. In reading this, remember governments, individual bureaucrats, and bureaucracies demand your time, money, and your obedience. They cannot survive without it. They will wither away and die like a cockroach being starved of rat droppings. There is not one single shred of evidence to support this junk science of global warming, or as it's now labeled, climate change. A fairly new label as of climate change was instituted due to the lack of the earth warming instead of cooling several years ago. Yes, here in the Northern Hemisphere, it gets really, really hot between June 21st and September 21st, and really, really cold between December 21st and March 21st. Every seasonal cycle, you'll see the media promoting the idea that the world is coming to an end because of climate change and the temperature differences. Many of these individuals are useful dupes of the progressive Marxists. Most of them, however, are scammers and liars. In the 60s, it was global cooling. The earth was freezing, claimed scientists on the government payroll. Individuals were smarter back then There was a healthy distrust of government, and guess what? Nobody bought the scam. Promoting the idea that the earth is heating or cooling in ordinary senses and not cyclical is a dangerous fraud and a scam whose primary function is to separate you from your money. Individual scientists that conducted the studies were found out to be on the government payroll, and guess what? I actually I hit the wrong button. I hate when that happens. Hold on a minute. I'm using my smartphone to read this. All right. They were found out to be on the government payroll, and I'll have this for you in a second. This is what happens on live radio. You push the wrong button and okay, here we go. All right, we do that. Sorry about that. Did you ever hand somebody your phone and they go, oh, what did I do? It went off. I just pushed the wrong button. Okay. Individual scientists that conducted the studies were found out to be on government payrolls to falsify evidence. Once again, covered up by the national Northeast Marxist media establishment. And I use those words purposefully because that's what they are. That's how they need to be described. And I don't like reading things live on the air verbatim unless I'm trying to make a point about a particular article that's in particular incorrect. But we're doing this to show you that this show is about regurgitating what we have written over the past week, giving you the opportunity to refute it. I don't think any other radio station ever does that because our slogan is, you report, the world decides. We're America's only social media radio station, 2.5 years old with this format, giving you the opportunity to express yourself on anything you want to talk about. Hi, you're on Hot News Talk Radio.
Hey, Mike, I've got a comment for you.
Sure.
Well, it seems to me that you misunderstand the word totalitarian and its effect on the listener. Your listener probably thinks that the word totalitarian, which you used on the other side of the break, is kind of an anathema. The word totalitarian is an accusation. It's something that people will be offended to be called, being either totalitarian or on the side of totalitarians. And yet, if you think about it, your standard Democrat, your standard progressive, liberal-minded person is going to think, well, you know, this person is trying to accuse me of being a totalitarian, and yet really, I think totalitarians are good. After all, a totalitarian has in view the whole of society for his management and control. He has the machinery to make his will happen. His will, of course, is good, true, honest, and fair, and seeking the good of all. A totalitarian is not accused by the word. He is, in fact, possibly, if you think about it, not exactly praised, but it is a fair description of his program. And so I wonder, since more people are convinced of the necessity of the state, more people seem to be not objecting to the state and its operation, if that word carries the weight that you intend it to carry. In other words, I think maybe you and maybe people like David Tulis we think that's an accusation, and it's really maybe totalitarian, a form of praise.
All we need is a right dictator. All we need is the right dictator. That's an excellent point. That is an excellent point. It's not necessarily a put down by calling these people totalitarians, because they're benign totalitarians. We're just doing the will of the people. We're just doing good works for the people. Now, if we hurt someone in the meantime, well, you know what? That's what happens. That's collateral damage. We're benevolent dictators. So, I mean, that's an excellent point. So on global warming, we'll continue. The fix or so-called climate change is based on issuing carbon tax credits and a variety of many other creative scams, all to be controlled and implemented by the federal government and their international corporate criminals. We joke that the only thing that can't be taxed is the air you breathe. Well, guess what? Under those phony climate change initiatives and proposals, you and your businesses, under the guise of protecting the earth, will be taxed, manipulated, subverted, perverted, and controlled with a national and international system that has never been experienced by man. What a scam. This is a continuation of pure social engineering by the communist Marxist blank blanks, I won't say it on the radio, that have been pulling the strings for many years, controlling you. How do you think we got here? They control how you think, what you do, how you do it, and why you do it. I hate to be crude, but I'm going to. It's time to get your blank out of your blank and stop falling for all the scams that are tossed into your lap. One of the biggest is climate change. Never, ever trust anything that is propagandized from any government, whether it be federal, state, local, national, or international, as they are typically lying for their own benefit. One asks me every once in a while, who are they? My response is those individuals elected and are hired to oversee and perpetuate the growth of the Marxist, socialist, progressive, communist welfare state. Never believe or trust anything that you see, read, or hear in the media or from government. Never believe or trust anyone in the media or government, including us, without verifying the truthfulness of what's being propagandized. The earth will consume us back into primordial ooze long before man can affect any real big change. Now go buy a big SUV, turn on the lights, don't recycle, and use lots of paper products. Consumption is a good thing. It creates jobs and keeps economies vibrant with a great side effect. It pisses off liberals. So that was one of my posts on Facebook. You can read many of them on Facebook and Twitter and respond to that. Here's one of David Tulis's from Hot News Talk Radio. Patrons of the factory school system absorb reports such as this one with, and David's got like a doctorate in English or something. Equanimity calm. I have no idea what that means, but I'm regurgitating it. Like I'm from the streets, man, you know? These are confident. They are confident their children are not in the class of at least effective teachers. Why do they not care about such shocking reports? Because the taxpayer foots the bill. They don't pay for these layouts directly. They have been bribed into being asleep at the wheel consumers. What has happened before we have a free market and education in Chattanooga? Now, you can read more of this and more David Tulis posts or go to Nooganomics.com. Writers of today. Nooganomics.com. You've got to go to that site. I promise you, you'll be fulfilled in everything you read there. Nooganomics.com. AM 1240 Hot News Talk Radio on the web, hotnewstalkradio.com. If you want to listen to us on Facebook, go to our Facebook page, and at the right top, click that little icon, and you will be listening to us live. Best Shot is about what we have talked about earlier in the week in the form of writing, whether it be on Facebook or whether it be on Twitter. If the federal government starts funding the murdering of unborn babies under the guise of health care, I say not only defund the feds by any means possible, but figuratively cut off the heads of anyone in office at any level of government who supports this genocide. More proof positive that Democrats are the most vile, disgusting, filthy pigs to ever walk the earth, say Nazis, communists, Palestinians, and extremist Islamic terrorists. Their policy and platform of supporting, funding, and promoting the murdering and slaughtering of millions of unborn children, innocent lives, who deserve protection under Amendment 14, and every one of their actions, shows they are complicit in the deaths of those babies. I do not believe they will burn in hell. Satan doesn't even want these vile creatures. We talked about this earlier. Two things must happen right now to protect unborn babies. Number one, add the words "or unborn" in the 14th Amendment. Number two, all sheriffs need to grow a set and do what they're supposed to do at common law, protecting lives. Sheriffs nationwide must begin arresting all abortionists, all baby murdering slugs, and charge everyone involved with first-degree murder, aiding, abetting, etc. Confiscate their assets and take a sledgehammer to all their equipment. Most of all, remember to take a page out of Obama's playbook. Ignore any Supreme Court decision you don't agree with. So to hell with Roe versus Wade. let the Marxist thug Obama and his criminal and justice department try to stop that from happening when the sheriff deputizes hundreds of thousands of law-abiding, well-armed citizens. I would consider anyone that supports the killing of unborn children in uniform or out of uniform as an enemy of our constitutional republic, and they should be dealt with accordingly by the sheriff's department and the militias. That's one of my writings that you can read on Facebook here at AM 1240 Hot News Talk Radio. One thing about this radio station that you will not hear anywhere in the country is we pull no punches. No punches. There's no sponge between our brain and our mouth. This is war. We are under attack. We have let you know for a long time we are under attack. This election is about stopping the role of tyranny. Stopping the role of tyranny as it moves forward to total totalitarianism. Dad, why do I have to go to school? Well, so you can be molded into a state-approved homogeneous drone that cannot think outside the prescribed consensus. You will learn to repeat information instead of how to think for yourself so that you don't become a threat to the status quo. When you graduate, you'll get a job. Pay your taxes in order to perpetuate the corporate system of indentured servitude for your political overlords. Now, that was posted by David Tulis at AM 1240 Hot News Talk Radio. There's also a great story here on how scientists look at the evidence of aerosol geoengineering and declare sky tattoos innocent, harmless water vapors. We're dealing with a system of liars and scammers. These are the people now, through the Freedom of Information Act, you can find out that have poisoned entire cities, that have drugged individuals without them knowing it, that in some cases have been complicit in the murdering of tens of thousands of Americans. And we're going to believe this? And we're going to believe the people that carry the water for the evil Democrats that have in their platform, it's okay to murder unborn children? And the carrying the water for Barack Obama? Really? Really? You're going to buy that? And what's interesting is when I have this diatribe 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, whether on the air or off the air, I get labeled a radical. But no one can point out one thing that comes out of my mouth that's radical. Not one. Even when people say to me, I don't like Donald Trump because he hates women. And I say, okay, well, give me one example that you can point to where he doesn't like women. Oh, I don't know. There's just too many. All right, just give me another reason you don't like him. Well, he's a racist. Okay. Can you point out a racist comment? Oh, there have been too many. Okay, what else? Oh, I think he'll take us to war. Really? He was the only guy against going to war. While everyone was beating the war drum, boom, 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 boom. Democrats and Republicans, war, 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 boom, 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 war, 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 war. Bad guy, Saddam Hussein, war, 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 war. It was almost like that shuttle launch when a couple of lone engineers said, don't launch, it's too cold. The O-rings have been having issues. They leak. It's too cold. Don't launch. Launch, launch, boom, 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 launch, launch, boom, 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 launch, launch. Those voices got lost, and it was launched, and our astronauts died. But everybody, you get launch fever. Yeah, we got to launch. We get war fever. Got to go to war with Saddam. Hey, he's poisoning his people. Got to go to war. It's only nut job keeping those people in place. Kill him. That's what you do. Don't risk every American's lives in an illegal, unconstitutional war. If you want to declare war, that's different. See, they don't declare war. There hasn't been a war declared since World War II. Because when you declare war, the nation is on notice. Everyone is on deck. Everything changes then. And you go in and you wipe them up and you leave or rebuild them. But these police actions, you don't have to worry about that. And then there's something unconstitutional called the War Powers Act. Or giving you, the president, the authority to go to war. But we have to approve it here in Congress. No. No. That's not what the founders said. Washington did not want to get involved in foreign affairs. Why? Because of what England did. Involved in everyone's foreign affairs. Taking Americans off our soil to fight foreign wars. No. If there's going to be a war, it's going to be defensive. And the Congress has to declare it because the Congress are the direct representatives of the people. Do you notice it didn't say in the Constitution, or doesn't, the Senate? Because at that time, the Senate was elected by the state legislatures for a good reason. To look out for the interests of the state. Because there was to be no relationship between the federal government and the individual. The federal government and the state were to have a relationship. The relationship with the individual is only through your elected representative. You represent, and your state government. But they beat that war drum. Boom, boom, going to war, going to war, going to war. Well, Trump was the guy who said, listen, I'm looking at this from an economic standpoint, man. You're going to lose trillions of dollars to get rid of one scumbag in the Middle East. And let's face it, what the hell they have in the Middle East but oil? And no wonder why they're out of control. I mean, take an 18-year-old in this country and give him nothing to do. Throw a gun in his hand and he's going to have fun with it. Tell him if he kills someone or gets killed, he's, going to have 1,000 virgins. He'll do it in a heartbeat. They have nothing to do over there. They can't grow anything. They live in sand. Sand. What the hell are you doing? Move. Move. It ain't my problem. You don't have anything to do, and you got to create a phony religion to justify your actions because you live on sand? Would you live on a beach forever? Really? Would you do that? Or is the beach good for a day, then you go home, you get air conditioning, get a nice dinner, go in the pool? They live on sand. No wonder why they're all crazy in the Middle East. You got to be kidding me. You and I would be nuts, too, if they threw us on sand for a week. Yeah, we're talking about thousands of years living on sand. Just due to the fact that that's where animals go to the bathroom and bury it would be disgusting. But they produce nothing there. They're lucky to have oil under the ground. They're lucky to have Western countries have the technological ability to pump the oil. They're lucky that we need the oil, because if that wasn't the case, they'd be a non-entity. We wouldn't care about them. Let them eat their damn sand. So if you want the oil, which I don't know that we did or we didn't, but if you want the oil, if that's really what you want and we need it, then you go to Congress. We need oil. Okay? Without oil, your car's not going to run. Your house is not going to be heated. And you know what we Americans will say? Let's go to war, because I want my internet. I want my electricity. I want my car. Even liberal Democrats want it. They'll be right on board. Yep, let's go to war. Let's take that oil. But no, they have to do it under the guise of attacking a scumbag like Saddam Hussein, a guy that George Bush Sr. in the 80s gave $5 billion to, who was educated in the United States as an attorney. And by the way, Saddam was a very smart man. He wasn't a dummy. He thoroughly understood Western culture. As a matter of fact, it's reported he was a CIA agent. And the real reason we went into Iraq was not only because of him putting a hit out on George Sr., but he was being screwed over with oil. And then Saddam said, we're not taking your U.S. currency anymore for our oil. Your Federal Reserve notes will no longer be accepted. We want gold. Why else do you think we'd go to war? Why aren't we going to war in Africa where they're killing millions of people? There's genocide taking place over there. Barack Obama, aren't you half black? Don't you give a damn about your people? Why aren't you in Africa? Because the oil isn't there. The water rights aren't there. The infrastructure to sell isn't there. And we buy this crap. Are we that stupid? I'm looking at Fox right now. Payment of $400 million was not exchanged until prisoners were released. So now he's coming out saying the $400 million was to release the prisoners. This lying SOB president swore on a stack of Bibles or a stack of Korans that it wasn't in exchange for prisoners. I thought we didn't negotiate with terrorists. Where's Ronald Reagan? Dig him up, please. Do you know what happened after Ronald Reagan got elected? We got our hostages released from Iran because we were going to go and take them. We didn't go around apologizing. We don't need to apologize as Americans. They need to apologize to us. The world needs to apologize to us. And thank God that America was there to save them from Nazi Germany and totalitarian Japan and communist Italy. Do I need to go on? Best shot. Give it to us. Come on, don't be cowardly. What is this? You guys will text me. You'll email me. Yeah, what, are you too afraid to go on the radio? Are you serious? Come on. I'm not going to bite your head off. Well, maybe I will, but, be a man. Stand up to it. Or be a woman. 800-8949 is Best Shot. AM 1240 Hot News Talk Radio.
You give us 12 minutes and 40 seconds, we'll give you Chattanooga and the world.
News Talk 1240.
Hi, this is Eric Felton, tax services, accounting, cash flow. We're small business specialists. I've been helping families and businesses for 35 years. E.J. Pelton Company, 332-3339. We make life less taxing.
I shave my jowls, my plungers fail, my tub slips slow. How do I drain? Oh, plumber, help. Oh, ease this pain. Tolt's backed up, I'm about to snap. Who'll clean this load? My woe to slap. Yea, raise the man, on him I'll call. Ray the plumber will take the fall. Neath floor and sink, old creep and crawl. Other pipemen are neath him small. Ray's Plumbing, 421-6341. My washer groans, the floor's a mess. Ray's the grunt who proves the best. 421-6341.
Listen up, y'all. Ben Phillips, Home Rate Mortgage, 805-9100. I'm in the business of saving people money. And if you want to save money, pick that cell phone up right now, 805-9100. I received a call that I won't forget. The guy is a Chattanooga police officer who served our great country in the Air Force. A true American hero. Our hero is renting, which costs too much for a space too small. We helped him achieve the American dream. And the best part is this. He purchased a $180,000 home with zero down. His payment is $200 less than what his rent was. And now he has a safe place with more space to raise his family. It's easy, and you can do it too. It just takes 10 minutes and one phone call. 805-9100.
Turn a house into a home.
Finding just the right place to live can be a daunting task. Stop your search. In Chattanooga, the place to live is Cross Creek Villas for under $1,000 and available for immediate move-in. You can enjoy this 2-bedroom split layout, over 1,000 square feet, 9-foot ceilings, an extra-large patio or balcony. And don't forget to ask about their preferred employer program. Cross Creek Villas is a gated community, offering a 24-hour fitness facility, a beautiful pool and hot tub, and Cross Creek Villas is pet-friendly. Stroll the pet park with your best friend and enjoy the free use of their business center and clubhouse. Plus, if you mention you heard this on the radio, your application fee is free. Cross Creek Villas, close to downtown off of Highway 58. Go to crosscreekchattanooga.com. That's crosscreekchattanooga.com or call 894-0446. That's 894-0446. Redefine the way you live at Cross Creek Villas. Go to crosscreekchattanooga.com or call 894-0446. Cross Creek Villas.
Expect a muggy and damp start to your Friday with areas of fog. That'll slowly burn off highs upper 80s with another round of scattered showers and storms marching in from the west. Tonight, a lingering shower storm through midnight, lows 70 to 72 with scattered showers and thunder showers still likely for the weekend, highs upper 80s. When you only have time for a quick trip, Walgreens is just around the corner with everything from baking needs to cleaning supplies and dairy items. So every quick trip is a win. That's Walgreens at the corner of happy and healthy. And I'm Smart 12's Chief Meteorologist Patrick Core on AM 1240 Hot News Talk Radio.
Barack Obama has voted 100% not to further restrict or regulate firearms. Barack Obama has voted 100% of the time in Illinois to ban guns, to ban handguns, to ban long guns, to ban shotguns, and to ban almost 100% of the ammunition manufactured in America today, primarily sporting ammunition. Barack Obama is a professional liar. He is a master deceptive tactician of scripted lies to gain votes from people who are clueless and don't do the proper research. And in the Nugent Manifesto, I spotlight the cockroaches. And Barack Obama and Joe Biden, the more successful you are, the more of your taxes they want to take. Barack Obama is as anti-American as anything you ever want to see. And just visit the website of the Communist Party of America, and you will see that every bullet point on the agenda of the Communist Party of America is lick for lick the platform of Barack Obama and Joe Biden.
If the South would have won, we'd have had it made. I'd probably run for president of the Southern states. The day Elvis passed away would be our national holiday. If the South would have won, we'd have had it made.
NASCAR, David Tulis, Coast to Coast AM, and CBS Radio News. Chattanooga's news, talk, and sports leader.
Fox News Talk 1240.
Giving you a chance to get what you have on your chest off on our body here. Hit us with it. Smack us. Kick us. Give us your best shot here. 800-8949. 423-800-8949 AM 1240. Hot News Talk Radio, hotnewsradio.com. On Facebook, click the little icon. You can hear us 24/7. Our group here is the best I've ever seen ever in Hot News Talk in commercial radio for talk radio. We have the best crew ever here, the best lineup ever, from Colin Cowherd to Sean Hannity to David Tulis to Keon to Jillian with the Heartbeat of America. I mean, on and on and on and on and on. We just absolutely Coast to Coast AM, Ground Zero, Free Talk Live, Sons of Liberty, NASCAR on the weekend, CBS Radio News, Fox Radio News. We have it all here. It's the best. This is the greatest radio station that's ever been on the air. Hey, you'll get this programming nowhere. NFL football. Now we're doing college football. The Money Pit, #1 show in Chattanooga. Set the Hook with Pat Rose is on. About 3 or 4 times over the weekend we'll play it. Hey, I mean, you got to tell your friends. Tell your family. Call them. Call them right now. I'll give you a minute. Go ahead. Okay, great. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. And, there's a lot of humor here, too. And we do our humor in our tweets and our Facebook posts. It's not all real serious stuff. This show, Best Shot, normally hosted by Russell Stroud, our news director, who's on vacation, gives you the opportunity to talk about any one of our posts or tweets throughout the week, or really anything that's on your mind between 11 and 12 on Fridays with Best Shot. Now, if you go to our Facebook page, you'll see some of our, the headline here was, "Now, this brief intermission. Enjoy a hot dog, popcorn, and Coke at our concession stand." It's a picture of George Washington, and it reads, "A free people ought not," and I'm quoting here, "ought not only to be armed and disciplined, but they should have sufficient arms and ammunition to maintain a status of independence from any who might attempt to abuse them, which include their government." Really? I gave that quote to the FBI when I interviewed an FBI agent back in about 1979. And he said, "American people would never have the guts to do that. If we came door to door, they'd give their guns up." So this is how they teach these Boy Scouts. You don't have the courage to fight. If we had a totalitarian regime or martial law, you're just going to hand your guns over. Well, you know what? Get it. I want you to get a clue here, bureaucrats and politicians. The reason why Khrushchev didn't attack America in the early 60s is because they knew Americans were armed. On the first day of hunting season in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, there is the second largest standing army in the world. There are 2 million hunters with guns in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania on the first day of deer season. That alone accounts for the second largest standing army in the world. Don't ever forget that. Here's another good one for you. "We didn't surrender our guns to the British Empire, and we sure as hell ain't going to surrender them to a skinny Muslim." Another interesting one. And this is the picture on Facebook, one of our posts. And this is Obama leaning over, whispering in Joe Biden's ear. Time to sneak in a Muslim Supreme Court judge. We have enough liberals and rhinos to do it. Rhinos is Republican in name only, just in case you're wondering. Because, McCain and the rest of them, they just capitulate. I'm a Ronald Reagan conservative Republican. No, you're not, McCain. You're a damn liberal. What about McCain-Feingold? Every single gun law that was ever passed is unconstitutional. Did you hear what I just said? Will any other talk show host ever say that? No, because they're cowards. I am telling you, every single gun law ever passed, federal, state, or local, is illegal, unlawful, and unconstitutional. And if I'm wrong, email me at hotnewstalkradio@gmail.com or call 423-800-8949 and debate me live on the radio and make me look silly. But you know what's going to happen? I'm going to make you look silly. You're going to be running out like a little 6-year-old elementary school girl crying. Now, how's that for a challenge? I love this picture. It's the eagle with Obama upside down, and he's grasping his golf shoe saying, I'm tired of this. And I have to give you this one more. Remember, you're never too important to be hanged for treason, with a picture of a hanging rope. So there you go. There's some of our interesting, exciting Facebook posts and Twitter tweets. Let me tell you, Facebook has changed because they pulled all of my posts and pictures from Facebook about a year ago, and now they're not doing it. So there has been a change at Facebook, a positive change that finally lets you and me get our viewpoints out. And I think that's a great thing for freedom of speech and the free exchange of ideas. This is Best Shot at AM 1240 Hot News Talk Radio. I am Confederate Mike. Please continue to listen, post, and tweet us on Chattanooga's #1 talk radio station.
You give us 12 minutes and 4 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 minutes and 40 seconds. We'll give you Chattanooga and the world.
WSDT. Yesterday